YouTube? It's the Ultimate Joe here again with another video. This video will be covering the career of one of the greatest wrestlers, if not the greatest wrestler in my opinion, of all time, the Phenom, The Undertaker. The Undertaker has given us years and years, decades of great in-ring competition, great entertainment, great overall performance. And The Undertaker, in my opinion, he is one of the main reasons why I grow to or even fell in love with professional wrestling. Growing up, I grew up in the Attitude Era when everybody was in their prime. The Undertaker, from the moment I saw this great character, Mark Calloway, when I saw this man perform as The Undertaker in WWE, I was blown away. Loved it. Loved his every persona that he has came up with, from the Dead Man, the Phenom, the American Badass, every single one. The Undertaker has put on great matches after great matches after great matches after great matches in his over 30-year career. I would have loved to see him and Sting before he retired. They were great in their primes. And even I wonder what Sting has planned for AEW. And The Undertaker, even when they weren't in their primes, I respected and still do respect these great wrestlers for what they do. Every wrestler that was in my generation and even before, because they paved the way for so much great talent and they have created so much memorable moments that we could go back and watch and see, thanks to YouTube and thanks to the WWE Network and even other great wrestling promotions. I love and am grateful that I was blessed to live in a lifetime where I could see The Undertaker entertain and be one of the greatest people from the 21 years that he was undefeated at WrestleMania. I feel like, in my opinion, his WrestleMania streak should not have been ended. I feel like he should have retired with that streak. The Undertaker has put on many of great matches with a countless number of legends that, such in this picture, him and Eddie Guerrero. The Undertaker is one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers. I don't know if we'll ever have anybody who can stand and who can be at a great character like The Undertaker. The only one that I can really think of, and I wish that before The Undertaker retired, he would have fought the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. He has fought Bray Wyatt before he even introduced the Fiend, but I feel like one last match, The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, that would have been The Undertaker to retire after fighting Bray Wyatt. That would have been it. That would have been, in my opinion, the greatest way to go out. I know that The Undertaker has health problems now and he's given his body to professional wrestling, but I would have loved to see this match, The Undertaker and The Fiend. The Fiend will go down, probably, I feel like, as the new Undertaker. The Undertaker has been in countless factions, has done things with the Ministry of Darkness. When this moment of The Undertaker, this was my favorite. It was my favorite version of The Undertaker. This was him in his prime, when it was The Undertaker, the Phenom, the downright the greatest version of Undertaker. That was when he was at his best. His promos and was just overwhelming, with the robe, with the demeanor, the way that the aura that he gave off during the Attitude Era, when he hung the Big Boss Man in the Hell in a Cell, when he posted Stone Cold Steve Austin with on his symbol, and when he teamed up with Vince McMahon to basically kidnap Stephanie, and Vince acted like he didn't know what was going on. The Undertaker, I feel like the Ministry of Darkness and the Undertaker, that Undertaker was my favorite out of all. The next Undertaker that was my favorite was the Dead Man. That's he's just the Dead Man. He's the Undertaker. He's his aura. You knew when you got into any match with him, you to be petrified, to feel that fear, to see the Undertaker standing across the ring from you with those gazing eyes and those eyes rolled back, and the truants bringing him out to the ring, the dings from the bells, the Undertaker. Oh man, I'm gonna miss this character. I'm gonna miss the Dead Man so much. I truly do thank him for everything that he has done for our industry, for the professional wrestling as a whole. He is one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time, and he will be missed in that ring. He will be missed. His talent, everything about him will be missed, and it will take a lot for a newcomer to fill those shoes that the Undertaker has. If they'll probably never be filled, never, ever. I honestly don't think that they will. The Undertaker has done so much for professional wrestling, from his matches with Shawn Michaels, from his matches with the Big Boss Man, from his matches with, he even was one of the first wrestlers to fight John Cena. The Hell in a Cell, that is the Undertaker's match, I feel. The Undertaker introduced us to, him and Shawn Michaels introduced us to Hell in a Cell. The Undertaker is the best wrestler to have ever had any match in Hell in a Cell, hands down. Hell in a Cell was his moment, was his match. And the Undertaker, when he threw Mankind off the steel off the Hell in a Cell, that was iconic. That was just it. Then his rivalry with his brother Kane. Then for them to team up and become the Brothers of Destruction. The Undertaker has introduced us to so many different wrestlers. He has put so many different wrestlers on the map, from Brock Lesnar, John Cena, hell, I would even say, and Triple H. I would say he's done so much, and for these three men, Triple H, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels, to give us that match at WrestleMania, the end of an era match. This match was hands down so emotional because it was the end of the Attitude Era. Hopefully, Vince does wake up and bring it back. But that match was wonderful. Then at WrestleMania, to have two great matches, in one finalizing and putting that final nail in the coffin for Shawn Michaels' career, was wonderful. This match, Triple H and Undertaker at WrestleMania 17, this is one of the greatest matches, and this match is the match that got me hooked on professional wrestling. Loved it. Triple H, hands down, one of my favorite wrestlers as well. That was just an amazing match. Triple H, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels, three of the best wrestlers of all time. The Undertaker has had countless rivalries with Shawn Michaels, and he's even given Shawn Michaels his last ride at WrestleMania. And they retired. He retired after that. it's an honor to see these two and to see the Undertaker period in the ring. I hope that Survivor Series wasn't the last time we really saw the Undertaker, but I do believe that the Undertaker shouldn't have another match because he put his body through the ringer. Once again, I thank you, Undertaker. I thank you for everything. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks you too for taking the time and watch. Thank you.